for 6 weeks. Nothing ever happened. We didn't do so much as kiss.
Mm-hmm.
We, after 6 weeks, on one of our dates at the end of the night, he let me know he wasn't dating anyone else, that he wanted to date exclusive. I was cool with that, so we went all the way that night, right?
Okay.
A day later, didn't really hear from him. I hit him up and he kind of blew me off. Next day, kind of same thing. 3 days later, calling him, texting him, nothing. It's been almost 2 months and I never heard anything from him. He blocked my phone number. He totally ghosted me.
Okay.
I
Um.
don't understand why.
Okay. All right. So you dated for 6 months. I mean, 6 weeks,
Yeah.
and things were. I mean, were things good
Yeah, we
on the
were getting to know
surface?
each other. I felt we were just started to spend a little more time together.
Okay. Were there any arguments or sensitive
Mm,
arguments? A week before the sex happened.
no.
Okay. Okay. So then, so
He
basically
was a
from.
good guy. He was involved in the church. He, was a teacher. He was pretty
Pretty
cool
solid,
guy.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty
so
solid.
right. So he just wasn't some random weird ass dude that's just out there doing God knows what, right? He was a guy that had his shit together. He had a career. He had his own spot, right?
Yes.
And he was consistent up until the very end when he disappeared, right?
Right.
All right. So okay. So the sex. So when you had sex with him, how would you rate the sex? Was it good? Was it bad? I mean, y'all had sex.
Well,
How many times? Y'all had sex once, right? Is that what?
just once.
Right. Okay. So you had sex once, and that's when we vanished on you. So how was the sex?
Well, um, he finished pretty quickly.
Okay. So when you say quickly, like, are you referring to like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, with 30 seconds? 30 minutes. I mean,
I'll
what do
give
you
him
mean?
3 minutes.
Okay.
And
So
then it was like he didn't say much, and then the next morning he didn't say much either. So, I mean, it definitely wasn't good, but I felt like maybe he was just a little excited. I didn't say anything negative to him about it though.
all right. So he ghosts you, but not like you had sex and then you never heard from him again. You're saying you talked to him a few times briefly,
Right.
and then there was nothing after that.
Nothing after that.
Okay. Um. Okay. So then, and he had sex for just 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess the term that women use is 1 minute man, right?
1 minute man. Yes, he
Oh.
was.
Okay. All right. So, I gotta say this then. It seems to me that um, if he ghosts you after having, okay, if you would have said to me he ghosts you after the first few days or a week into it, and then
Right.
y'all had sex, it could have been, he was just trying to build up to that, get the sex, and then he got it. It
Yep.
wasn't what he thought it was, or he lost interest immediately, because we do that, right? And he
Mhm.
bounced out, right? But even then, that doesn't always happen, because the guy, he'll say, okay, I got what I wanted. I'll keep her around in my back pocket, so that's just one of my spare girls I can go fuck on when I'm ready to, when I want something
Wow.
different. Right. So, and so he didn't even do that. He just vamped the fuck out, right? And so that tells me in this particular situation that most likely what happened was he was embarrassed by the whole sexual thing of him not being able to keep hard and nutting in 3 minutes or whatever, and then being
Yeah.
done. You know what I'm saying? He was embarrassed by that, and he's not going to communicate that to you, right? Because it's an
Yeah.
embarrassing topic, right? And so he just faded out, is what that was. He faded out because he was embarrassed.
Wow.
And I mean, there's really nothing you could have done about that,
Because
because
I was still reaching out and showing I was interested.
right. And so right. So to a normal person,
Yeah.
that would be, oh well, I guess she ain't tripping off me being only able to
Right.
fuck 1 or 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? She ain't tripping because she's still calling, right? But you could be so embarrassed about a thing that you just want to get as far as possible away from the situation.
Mm.
You're not rationalizing because you're so embarrassed. You just want out.
Yeah.
I don't care what's going on, what happened. I need away from here now.
Yeah.
and that's what it was. He was embarrassed by it. So it's nothing that you did wrong.
Okay.
It was solely on him.
So what do I do next?
Well, I mean, you start
Just
reaching
move
out to
on?
him. Yeah. I mean, I assume you stop
Yes.
reaching out to him now by now. But yeah, just move on. And then in the situation in the future, if you run into that whole ghost situation, I
Mhm.
mean, don't put too much on it, because that's just dumb shit that boys do. Men don't do that type of
Mm.
shit, you know.
Yeah.
And actually look at it like this: he did you a favor, because he could have been with you for like another year and a half, and you had a kid by him, and that motherfucker got ghost on you then. So
Wow.
I would prefer you get ghost after 3 minutes of fucking. You limb, you know what do they call limb dick motherfucker, and don't waste my time anymore.
Right.
Then put a baby in me and
Mhm.
tie me down for 18 months or 5 years and get ghosts.
Yeah.
So look at it as it was a pure blessing in disguise that he ran out as quick as he did.
I can move on and just meet another great guy instead.
Yeah, and to give you a little insight on him, then I'm gonna wrap this up. Most likely, he's one of those kind of dudes. He only sleeps with like girls from his past, because
Hmm.
they understand. This is like looking at it from a psychological standpoint. They understand his problem.
Ah.
You see, you're
They
new.
won't make him
You
feel
don't.
shameful.
Yeah, you're new. You don't know me, so
Yeah.
I can't face you anymore. But these girls over here that I've dated for a long period of time, they understand me. They understand I can't go longer than 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm not embarrassed with them. However, I gotta compensate them.
Mhm.
So most likely he's got a few girls, or one, maybe one or two girls that he's sleeping with from his past that he compensates. Like helping them pay bills, doing shit for them, things like that. In
Mm.
exchange that he has set. Now that's not a verbal agreement they have. It's just
Yeah.
one of the things you do. All right, let me pay your bill. Or she knows to call him. Hey, look, I'm gonna be a little short on my car note, and he kicks in.
Yeah.
But that's not a relationship. So he's still trying to find love, but instead of him manning the fuck up, as soon as he gets in a situation and that happens, he just darts.
Wow.
So he needs to look at himself in the mirror, and there's nothing you can do to make a man look at himself if he don't want to look at himself, right?
You're right.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap this up. All right, so were you good?
I'm good.